Hello and welcome to the class. We'll continue with the fifth unit, how a Chinese billionaire built her fortune. In that lesson, under writing, we have report writing. So we've finished grammar. Now we'll move on to writing skills, and under that we have report writing. So reports can be of various types. The most common types of reports that you will come across are reports interpreting data. Now these reports include inferences from statistics and other data. They are used to present findings and inference based on numerical or factual information. Next type of reports is that the business reports. These reports analyze business case studies, scenarios, and apply a range of theories and recommendations. For example, how to increase the productivity of employees in an organization. Now, these are known as business reports. The next one is scientific or technical reports. As students of engineering, you are more concerned with this type of report, that is the scientific or the technical report. You, after doing your project, you should submit a report on that. So that is known as a scientific or a technical report. Now these reports are used to present findings from research, investigations, and as a design solution. At the academic level, they are used to assess the ability of the students to apply practical solutions to real-life problems related to science and engineering. So report writing is very important for technical students, as they have to conduct experiments as well as do projects. And after doing such things, they have to write a report, a scientific report or a technical report. Now, reports are highly structured documents. Now, a report is a formal document. So it has its own structure. It is a highly structured document. Whether technical or business report, it is the structure that helps the readers understand the report effortlessly and act on their conclusions and recommendations. Hence, before you learn to write a report, you must have a clear understanding of its various sections and their functional value within the document. Here is a table that shows the different sections of a report and what they include. The sections are listed in the sequence in which they appear in a report. This information will be immensely useful when you work on reports as part of the coursework in your domain subjects. Now this report, as it is mentioned, it is a very highly structured document. It is a formal document and it has its own structure. So you have to follow it while you write a report. So we'll move on to the next one. We have the different sections of the report and what they should be in those sections. Now here, see, you have a tabular column here. First one, section of the report and what it includes. The first one is the title page. The title of the report, the author's name, ID number if necessary, course name and number, department in university or college, and data submission. Next part is the abstract or the summary, a brief overview of the report with all the key features, what was done, how it was done, and the main outcomes of the work. Next is the acknowledgement, an expression of gratitude towards the people who have helped in carrying out the study and writing of the report. The next one is the table of contents, sections and subsections of the report along with their page numbers. Next, you have the introduction, a background of to the topic, a statement regarding the purpose of the report, the technical background necessary to understand the report, and a brief outline of its structure. Next, we have methods, a list of equipment and materials used, procedures followed, sources of the material used, necessary preparations made, and problems encountered, particularly if they resulted in changes in procedure. So next we have discussion of results, a summary of the results of the investigation, experiment, or study, along with the supporting diagrams, graphs, or tables. Now, next is the eighth, the next one is conclusion. A statement specifying whether the purpose of the study has been met, the key findings and the major outcomes of the research. Next, we have references, a list of all the sources, books, journals, websites, etc. used in the suggested format of referencing. Next, we have the appendices or the annexure. What do you have in that? In that, you have additional tables, graphs, questionnaires, which are not central to the report but play a useful role. Now, these are the 10 sessions of a technical report. So first we have the title page, then we have abstract or summary, then acknowledgements, table of contents, introduction, methods, discussion of results, conclusion, references, and the last is appendices or annexure. So this is the format or the structure of a technical or a scientific report, which you have to follow while you write a report on the project that you do or for some experiments that you conduct. So next we'll go on to a sample. Now here we have a task actually. Task. These extracts are from a report on BT Brinjal. Decide which section of the report each extract has been taken from. Now this is a task that you should do. You should read the different sections given here or everything and tell here you have to write what exactly from which section this extract is taken. So the first one, if you go through it very carefully, the first one is the title. It comes from the title page. Okay, the next one is the abstract. The third one is again the introduction. Next is acknowledgement. Now this is not given in order, but you have to find out which and put the name in. So the fourth one given here is the acknowledgement. Then fifth is the conclusion. Sixth one is reference. Seventh is discussion. Here, seventh is discussion of the results and all those things. And the last one again is also discussion. Okay, so this is a task. You have to read these carefully and write in these columns in your text what exactly it is, from which section of the report it is taken. Okay. Now, there is another task for you, task 13. Read and decide if these sentences are suitable or unsuitable based on their construction for inclusion in a report. Give reasons for your choice. One has been done for you. So here we have certain things given here, again, options. So are those, now in column 1 you have options, then you have suitable or unsuitable, and reasons you have to write. So you have to read, go through this and say whether this is good or suitable or unsuitable for the report. So the first one is, it is done for you. The first one here, it says it is not suitable. So use of emotive language. The next one is correct. It is suitable because it is factual and precise. So always remember, while you're writing a report, it is not a story writing or a short story writing. It is the factual things that you are putting it up in a specific structure. So it shouldn't be very elaborate, very emotional or emotive language. The language should be apt and precise. It should present the facts precisely and clearly. So the next one here is not suitable. The sky cleared up by 9 p.m. but the moon was invisible. So that is not suitable. The next one is suitable. So next again. So like this, you have to do this exercise. Go through each and every line. See whether they are suitable or not and write the reason why. Why do you think that it is not suitable? So this is a task for you. Please go through it and read it. Next, there are different types of reports. Now, what are the different types of reports? Now, first one is the progress report, which you are all familiar with your progress in school. You have the progress card. That is also a type of report. It is a progress report. Now, these reports give information regarding the progress made on a particular project or an assignment over a period of time. Next, you have justification reports. Then you have compliance reports, then annual reports. Now here in organizations, they prepare an annual report of what they have done in the whole year. So those are known as annual reports. Then feasibility reports, business plans or business proposals. Then you have technical specifications. Then you have book reports. Now book reports present a gist of the content and the major features of a book. Now, so here we have a number of reports like progress report, justification reports, compliance reports, annual reports, feasibility reports, business plans, technical specifications, and book reports. Now here next they have given you some sample reports which you have to go through and make a report of your role. So we'll go to that sample report. Yeah, sample report 1. It is a business report. It is not a technical report, but it is a business report. So here they have given the letterhead and all those things. And here what the report is actually on. It is a report on the proposed soft skills program for employees. Now introduction. All those things are included in the introduction. Then you have benefits. Now why? What is the benefit of holding this program? So they have given you the benefits. Then the logistics, that is the things needed or the money amount needed for conducting such a program. And then you have the conclusion. So this actually can be called as a proposal also. It is a business report or a business proposal. Like here in the company, they are going to conduct a program and a report, introduction and the benefits and the things needed, and all those things are given in this report. So next we move on to sample report 2, technical report. As students of engineering, you are more concerned with this type of report. Now, report of the expert committee on the impact of increasing pollution in Puducherry. Now see how it is written. The title is written. Then the next section, that is the abstract. Then you have the acknowledgements. Acknowledgements means all those who helped you in conducting the report. You acknowledge or you thank them. Then you have the introduction of the report. Next you have the table of contents. You have the table of contents like methods, discussion of results, and conclusion. So first one is the method, like what way, what did you follow, how did you follow, or what are the things that you did to conduct this report. Next, you have the discussion of results, the analysis part. This is known as the analysis part or the discussion of results. Next, we have conclusion. Conclusion, like what are the results, what are the findings you stated briefly. And then you have the reference. Under reference, like who all helped you or what did you refer, like look at this report. Environmental Conservation Associates, Puducherry University Press. Now you have referred their documents. So that is put under reference here. So this is exactly a technical report which you have to follow while you write a report on the projects that you do. Next, again, the language for report writing. The language for report writing, look at the things given there. Here are some points like of what kind of language you should be using while you're writing a report. So the first one is adopt a simple and concise style focusing on facts. Avoid emotive language. Next, your writing must be crisp. Do not frame sentences with multiple clauses. As a report is a formal document, avoid using contracted forms of words. Check and correct spelling, grammar, and punctuation before finalizing the report. Then, the first time you use an abbreviation or an acronym, spell it out completely. Avoid using the pronoun I, as a report should be objective in tone. Then, the last point is use active voice whenever possible. Your report should be a judicious mix of sentences in active and passive voice. So these are the things that you should follow while writing a report, the language for report writing. So it should be simple and concise. It should be crisp. It is a formal document, so you have to avoid contracted forms of nouns, and then you have to use correct spelling. You have to check the spelling, grammar, punctuation before finalizing the report. That means the report should be proofread before it is being finalized or printed. Then the first time you use an abbreviation or an acronym, you have to spell it out completely. Then again, when you use it, you can use the abbreviation. Then avoid using the pronoun I, because always the report should be objective. It shouldn't be subjective. You shouldn't be using I did that or I did this. You should report. You should report. Already the action is over. You have to report the action. So avoid using the pronoun I, because it should be objective and not subjective. Then use active voice wherever possible. Your report should be a judicious mix of sentences of both active voice and passive voice. So these are the things that you should follow while you write a report. Next, you have, in this lesson, we have come to the end of this unit, that is unit 5. Here we have a task 14. Select a simple topic from your domain area and write a report with the guidance of your teacher. Now, there are some useful tips given for you. Now, you have to select now whichever field of engineering or study you're doing. From there, you select a topic and then you write a report on that. So here you have some useful phrases. They have given you some useful phrases that you can use to write a report. Let's see. The first one is the purpose of this report. How to start writing or state the aim of writing the report. Like the purpose of this report is to do this. Then on the whole, for making a generalization, that phrase you can use. Next is there is an urgent need to, for making some recommendations in the conclusion. Then the data suggests that. Now this is for making inferences. Now you're analyzing the data from the while you're analyzing data, you draw out inferences or the results. So how do you say the data suggests that this is the finding? Okay, the thing is like this. So such things you have to follow. So you have to write this is just, it's on a simple topic from your domain area, means your area of study. So the language, I have already mentioned the language for report writing, how it should be. And we have already gone through the structure of a scientific report as well as a business report. So here we come to an end of the 5th unit, that is how a Chinese billionaire built her fortune. Thank you and have a nice day.